it's time for the shave of the day, and I'm glad you're here. Before we get into our shave of the day, well, we recently started something that's a little bit different. I started showing you guys what particular knife I'm carrying for that day. I had several people that were talking to me about it because they are friends on YouTube to me because of my knife association, or my, I guess, my personality and who I am in the knife community. I was in the knife community long before I got involved in wet shaving. So I want to make sure that I please all of my followers and those who subscribe. So I want to make everybody happy if possible. I know that's an impossibility, but I will do my best. So I started incorporating the EDC of the day in the beginning of my shave of the day videos. So today, my EDC of the day is the Koenig Knives Atrox or Atrox Automatic Black Aluminum 4-inch blade, and this thing is sweet. Ooh, listen at it click. There it is. It's a sweet knife, it really is. I'll give you a little more information on it right now. Here it is on Blade HQ, and they are sold out. It's out of stock. $275 is the price on this knife. It is nearly a 10-inch overall length, the OAL 9.50, and that's awesome. It's got an A2 steel blade. That blade is made with A2 steel. That is a great tool steel, and look how black it is. You can't even pick it up here. I'm serious. It's a tactical knife for those that love tactical knives. It's got an RC hardness rating of 58 to 59 RC, which is quite standard actually. The handle length is 5.50, made of aluminum, of course. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a large, heavy-duty automatic knife, obviously. And the name Atrox, or Atrox, I believe it's Atrox, means savage or fierce, from the Latin species classification of the diamondback rattlesnake. And it's a subtle serpent-like styling cues they noticed with this particular knife that was attractive enough to them to make them want to name it that. And the balance on this knife is magnificent. I'm serious. Check this out. And I'm doing this on video, looking in the screen to try to balance it, but it's balancing itself on one finger right there. Perfect. The center of gravity is excellent. It's not every day you find a knife that the CG is so dominant that you can just pick it up in your hand and you feel it on the tips of your fingers. You can feel it balancing itself. I really can. This knife is, like I said, an EDC. It's an everyday carry, and I'm going to move it out. I'm going to sell it for Blade, so I'll have some cash on Blade Show. It has one small scratch right there. I did that the day that this knife arrived in the mail. It came in the package, and as soon as I got the mail, and don't do this for future reference, I flopped out my Sebenza right like this, and I scored the paper just as fast as I could, and also scored through there. So I learned a valuable lesson about opening packages, didn't I? Okay, it's not available on Blade HQ. I know that I saw it earlier. It's not on Knife Art like I thought. It's on KnifeCenter.com, I believe. If I can try this. There you go. There it is. KnifeCenter.com. They have it for $275. This knife is in stock. Availability is limited to stock on hand, and they do have this knife available right now with free shipping. And it's an excellent knife. 3/16 inch thick blade. And I do like the fact that these blades have a very hard Cerakoting and a final sharpening. That's the final stages they put on this blade. It's a Tanto style blade tip, and the overall thickness just under 5/8 of an inch. A2 tool steel is some awesome steel. You shouldn't even have to worry about this knife's being sharpened or resharpened, because I'm serious, it has great edge retention. This steel is awesome. The tactical look of this knife is fantastic as well. It has two solid TX 6061 aluminum frames right here that are pieced together. Can you see that? There you go. Got a little bit of jimping right here on top. Notice the Tanto tip that I mentioned earlier. It has a slight amount of belly at the tip, which is excellent for scoring or cutting through packages like I did. I like the handle. It is fairly weightless. It doesn't weigh very much at all. In fact, the weight is 6.6 ounces, just about 187 grams. And the best of all, this knife is made in the USA. It's got a great place for a lanyard tie right there. Titanium pocket clip as well. And this knife operates on phosphor bronze washers right inside the pivot area. Phosphor bronze washers are excellent in the first place, and I've always liked them. But to have it on an automatic, that's even extra for me. They sandblasted and anodized the finish of the handle, by the way, and that's why I was easy to cut through and score across there. I wish I hadn't have, but it was the first day I got it. It came in that way because of me. The ergonomic shape, though, is pretty awesome. I like that. I mentioned the sharp jimping that it has right there. That's pretty unique, different, but it is very ergonomic. And plus the fact that I mentioned the weight and the CG, the center of gravity, it's just amazing. It's just like a very light knife in your hand, even though it's 6.6 ounces. That is my EDC, my everyday carry for today, the one I'm packing. Available at knifecenter.com right now. Today, you can buy it $275, or you can message me, and the first I'll take it can have it for $150. $150 because of a scratch. Can you believe that? That's it. This knife just came in, and I've packed it a few days, and I cut through the package and scratched it right there. $275 knife, $150, it's yours. You do have to pay for any shipping, and if you want insurance, that would cost extra too, but that's totally up to you. Let me know, okay? That is my EDC for today. And there's the knife in case you want to go and spend the extra money. $275 at knifecenter.com. Personally, if it were me, and I was in the market for a nice knife, or especially an automatic, one that's going to have some excellent edge retention with that A2 tool steel blade, there would be no second guessing. I would be the first one that said, hey, I want it. I'd pay $150 that quick. But unfortunately, I am on the way to Blade Show 2016, and I need some cashola fast. Fast cash means that sometimes you have to make some people special deals, and that's what I'm doing with that knife. Speaking of a special deal, how about a fantastic shave of the day? That's a great deal. Yeah, and that's coming your way right now, okay? And the shave of the day, finally, it's here. Thank you guys for watching. I have some awesome smelling shave soap today. K Shave Worx. Never used this before, this particular one, but it's 1 ounce of a sample, more or less. And this particular one is called Fuzzy Orange with Ice. This was a sample that came, yeah, just like that. Someone else had gotten them a chunk and sampled it out of a recent pass around. But I'm going to try this one out. Fuzzy Orange or Fizzy Orange. You ever eat a fuzzy orange? They call it a peach. No, a fizzy orange. Yeah, fizzy orange with ice. That's the name of this stuff. And I like the smell. It smells just like, well, something else I got from another pass around. I don't want to say which pass around, what came from what, but because I don't want to miss out and say the wrong names. But I do know for certain that I got this one from the last pass around, and that was from my buddy Lauren Lair's pass around that he did from How to Grow a Mustache, one of the groups and the forum groups on Google. Anyway, this is Chiseled Face Orange Creamsicle. You remember the orange push-up pops and the orange creamsicles, the orange creamsicle sodas? Wow, those things taste marvelous. Well, this and this, that's exactly how they smell. The scent is so spot on. I was amazed by both products, even though they are going in a little different direction with both of the brands. That's okay, doesn't matter. I think I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve overall in the long run. Right now, I'm putting on some pre-shave oil, and I have recently discovered, well, not recently, but I've recently sort of started following my own advice. I discovered a while back that you don't necessarily have to go and purchase, per se, pre-shave oil. Now, you can, and I do, and I have, but that's not what I have today. I'm not using pre-shave oil. I'm using beard oil. Beard oil from Stash Groups, crafted for men. This is from Sally's Beauty Supply. They sell this particular brand, and I like it. It's mixed with all kinds of great oils, and there's no way I can mention them all, but some of the top ones are safflower, grapeseed oil, and it goes on and on. All kinds of different oils that are great for your skin, and I have that on right now. That should help in protecting the skin from the blade. And you say, what is the blade, sir? It's from Russia, Pole Silver. Yes, the silver or super iridium. That's the blades I'm using today, the super iridium, and I'm using it in this, my Otto Roth 3-piece comb through by Gillette. The Otto Roth brand is not a brand per se, it's a style or a name, shall we say, a tag name. Gillette they bought out a lot of different people, okay? They bought out several different people in their day, and probably still will. Anyway, to make a long story short, this is very, very similar to what was called the Gillette New. Very, very similar, just a small amount of difference in the knurling. This material, when they take it and run it through a mill, that's called, by a machinist, of course, that's called knurling, K-N-U-R-L-I-N-G. There's just a little bit difference in the knurling for each razor. But this one, on the bottom, has small print that says Otto Roth. And I'm making sure that I have the right one because I almost got mixed up and confused last time, and I didn't. This is the one I'm using with the blade in it. Already stuck it in there just to make sure I didn't screw up. Anyway, the Otto Roth version, I will have more information down below about this particular transition and how Otto Roth's name got on the Gillette 3-piece comb-through style razor, okay? And a little information you might enjoy. So read down below, not on the screen, but down below before you get to the comment area, the little paragraph underneath in the description, okay? All right, we've established the blade, the Pole Silver Super Iridium. I've got my pre-shave oil on. The brush I'm using today is my Simog 830. This is a boar brush, boar bristle, and I like this brush. I really do. This soap is fairly soft, so I didn't think that I would have to do any type of blooming of the soap. I didn't pour water in on the top to bloom it and let it sit for so long. I just didn't deem it necessary. I may find out otherwise in the end, but I don't think so. Smells nice. This soap is really, really scented. I like that scent too. Makes me want to drink an orange creamsicle soda. Right now I'm just pushing some of the sample into the bottom corners in this bowl. This is my Paul Revere style bowl. And there you go. I just put a little bit on around this, where the crease goes into the top part, into the bottom. And we will see how that goes. Right now, since I didn't take the time to bloom my soap, I'm going to go ahead and wet the bristles and start just stirring around to try and load the sides of the brush. I want the sides to get loaded a bit. And then if I have to add water, I'll add as we go, okay? It is the weekend. Everybody's asleep. It's early in the morning right now. It's around 5:30 a.m. I've been up since 11 o'clock last night, 11 p.m. On the weekends, my wife has to get up a little earlier and help her brothers out a bit. I'm going to put a little bit of water in here now, even though it's making plenty of lather. I think I want a little more, okay? As you can see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and keep whipping it until all of the bubbles are gone. I don't want any air bubbles. But this is an invigorating scent. It really is. K Shave Worx, you guys are good people, number one. Number two, you got a good thing here. I like it. Look at that. Woo! Got a big old glob. Now that is orange creamsicle smell. It smells just like one. Good stuff. Yeah. Final countdown is this week. My wife and I getting ready to go on holiday, on vacation. We will be heading to Atlanta for Blade Show 2016. Always enjoy that, or at least I did last year, my first time to go, and I'm looking forward to it this year. Already making plans with my buddy Brian Powell Jr. He is going to be there. I've got several other knife buddies that aren't going to be able to make it this year, but we're hoping maybe they can next year. My buddy Arturo Segura, in case you check this out, I want you to know we are going to be thinking about you in spirit, and next year is your year, guy. So keep that in mind. You better plan early. Plan early, starting this week for next year. You know, it helps. It really does. Doing the downward stroke first, the downward pass. Wow, that is very, very smooth. You know why? Because I picked up the wrong damn razor. I did that last time, I swear. I don't know why I even brought this razor in here. It's empty. This is not the Otto Roth. Like I said, that's a smooth one there, baby. Whew, smooth. You know, if I have this much fun just out of a 5 a.m. shave, just imagine what it's going to be like at Blade Show, the largest knife show in the world. Like it was last year, probably. Last year I was so flabbergasted. I'm serious. I was caught off guard. Had not a clue of what to expect. I had only seen pictures. Pictures do not do it justice. Blade Show is so large. Over 700 knife vendors and artisans that are going to be there. Knife makers that are really talented, and as well as knife companies that sell knife products. So Blade HQ will be there. I mentioned them earlier. KnifeCenter.com, they will be there. KnifeArt.com, I'm sure they will be there. A lot of fun. Get to meet a lot of people. The people that make your knives. All right, now let's try the downward pass. Yeah, oh, that's smooth too. It really is. Turning it same direction on the blade. These are fairly expensive blades. Nothing like the $30 for 3-pack you buy at Walmart for the, what are they called? The Mach 12 or those weird razors I use for too long, way too long. Not anymore. I figured if I wanted to spend $30, I'm not going to buy $30 worth of razor blades and get 3 blades, even though they might have 5 different edges inside. They have got the public convinced that that's going to give you a better shave, and it's not better than this one, I'll tell you. I have rotated it around to the opposite side. I want to make sure that I use this blade equally, and I will probably get about 3 uses out of it, maybe more. I honestly throw them away at 3, sometimes 2. I don't have to, but I mean, usually there's still more of a shave in there, but I get tired of using the same blade, so I'm going to use something else. They're not that expensive. All right, the mustache trim. This is one of the reasons I like the comb through style. It really is. You just get up real close to your beard line, and it just goes right through, just like a weed whacker. Perfect too. Nice. So, after the weekend in Atlanta at Blade Show, it starts June 3rd through the 5th. That's officially starting on Friday, the 3rd, which is officially National Donut Day. So, stop by Red's Donuts in Paducah and get a donut from the #1 donut shop in Kentucky, in the state of Kentucky, right here in Paducah. Red's is the name. Owned by my 3 brothers-in-law. There's Nikki, Howard, and David. Or David, Howard, and Nikki. Or is it Howard, Nikki, and David? Howie, Nikki, David, Nikki, Howie. You know, it varies. Depends on who's in charge for the day. I hope they don't hear this one. Okay, I recoded. Right now I'm going to do the goatee area. I saw one of the local banks celebrating early the other day. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to get it wrong. But one of the banks was celebrating Donut Day. That originally began as part of the Salvation Army and their means of helping out our armed forces. I just had a little bit there I wanted to get. Going to do the underlining of the beard. Now turn it over, do the opposite side. Getting all kinds of messages. If you see me reach for the phone, that's what it is. Should turn off the notifications, I know. I had a, the other day I had one of the notifications was a phone call. So ended up screwing up one of my edited versions that I was trying to prepare for uploading. It happens, you know. It happens. First time for everything, right? No, I've screwed up a lot more than once, I'll tell you. Okay. I'm going to finish the beard pass, downward pass. It just helps it a lot more if I go ahead and do that. I trim under the beard first because it's thicker there. By the way, we have chickens and guinea fowl. We have them, or we had them. You know what happened? Yeah. We suspected that, or at least my wife did. She suspected, she said, by the way, this is starting to tingle now. I just noticed that. I'm not sure what's in this soap that makes it tingle, but it's tingling. I like that. It's really a fresh, cool feeling, like menthol, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me as saying it has menthol because I may be wrong. I just know that it's tingly and feels nice. Doing another little trim underneath the beard line. Anyway, so my wife says that she thinks there's a possum around getting our chickens. You know, that's always a possibility, but I told her, nah, honey, I guarantee you that it's a fox. And what timing? This was like yesterday. The day before is the night or evening my wife said that. We just had noticed that 5 of our chickens, our hens, were missing. These are laying hens. We eat eggs, and I have to take cholesterol medicine, just put it that way, and so does my wife. I'm not saying that's why. But anyway, upward pass. So, yesterday I had to go run to pick up lunch for myself, my wife, and my grandson, Logan. He wanted a cheeseburger, he said. So, I'm pulling in the driveway, and I notice something just sort of catches my eye down at the end of the driveway, which is about, I would say, maybe 75 total yards. Maybe, you know, maybe less. So, anyway, I pull on in the driveway a little more farther down the hill. It's like you pull in at the top and it goes down. pulls around to the basement area. And so as I'm getting closer to the bottom, I noticed that sure enough, it was a fox, a big red fox. Yeah, red fox right there. The bastard starts telling these wacky jokes. I'm serious. Nah, sorry, bad joke. But seriously, it was a red fox. And he was beautiful, and he had a big full tummy. Big full tummy. So the first thing I'd said was, I'm going to do the upward pass. I didn't say that to the fox. First thing I said was, let me call Chris. Since they're his hens, he keeps the chickens in the back, and he's the one that, or my daughter Beth, they noticed that one of them noticed the hens were missing. So anyway, I send a text message instead. I found out later that, well, let me finish telling you about the fox. So the fox goes behind these trees, and I pull on down, getting ready to pull into my car parking spot. And as I did that, this fox just comes, he darts right around about 25 feet away from my car and stops long ways, horizontally in front of me. And I get the glimpse of his nose to his tail. He's about 4 feet long, and that's from nose to tip of his tail. And man, he's a big one. So I message Chris and Beth and tell them, well, I think I saw the culprit that's stealing the hens, eating the chickens. I come to find out, they have already spotted this fox along with others through our digital surveillance system. We have cameras everywhere. And so they checked it out, and they found a total of 4, maybe 5, I'm not certain, 4, maybe 5 different fox that are ravaging the hens. So, doing the cross the grain now. I thought you guys would like to know. They said there were 4 different colors. One was the red fox, the one that tells the jokes. And there was one, I think, that was gray and white. One was I think maybe a light colored red. I'm not certain about the other. But thought that was pretty wild. Broad daylight. About 1 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe sooner. 12:30 or so. And this is how you thin out the mustache at the bottom. Just comb it and let it do its work. Just right at the tips. And I'm finished. The Otto Roth Gillette 3-piece comb through did an excellent job. And let me tell you right now, the K Shave Worx and their awesome smelling soap, Fizzy Orange with ice. That's the part, the ice part. Yeah, that's why it was so cool. What is the ingredient that does that? Menthol. There you go. I didn't even research that far down the list and see what the total ingredients were, but that's it, menthol. I told you it felt like menthol, but wasn't certain. All right. Now I'm going to rinse, cold rinse, since I did have a little nick on me, right under my neck area. And this shave is already cold because of the menthol, of course. So, but it feels nice. It's not a stinging type burning sensation or anything like that. All right. And now we will check out some of the Chiseled Face Orange Creamsicle. And this was from one of the pass-arounds. You take out something and you replace it with other things, something else. I sent numerous soap samples. Let's see, I sent some of my own from Captain Hunter's Scents of the Seven Seas. I also sent aftershave and soap, by the way. Several things, just, you know, whatever you think people might like, you send that. And this stuff smells nice. I'm going to use it all. I mean, it's just like a one-use sample, you know, nothing major. But it smells good. Stings a little bit, but nothing major. Not bad at all. Chiseled Face has always been a great product as far as I'm concerned. And I need to put on a little bit of some Nivea. Nivea Post-Shave Balm for Men. This is for sensitive skin, and I'm having a sensitive moment right here. I've been having that recently for a little while. I've had like a issue with well, it started out with a bump, then I got caught on the bump and it skipped up a little bit, gave me some other little notches there. This has been a few weeks ago, and finally it started healing, and then I shaved over it just like I did again. Gonna have to get that thing fixed. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I have reached it, baby. Ho status. Ho status, and I am smelling good, just like I should. I mean. Again, thanks for watching. Pay it forward every opportunity you find. If you don't find the chance, make it. Make the opportunity. I mean, seriously. Even at McDonald's, if you go through McDonald's or any other restaurants, drive-through, do what I do. When I feel like paying it forward, throw in a 5 or a 10, whatever you can afford. If you can afford 20 bucks, or if it's a car full of people and you can afford to pay for all of those guys behind you, do it. I'm serious. You will make somebody smile, I guarantee it. And the only stipulation should be that they pay it forward as well. And you tell the guy at the window, say, here, this is what I just did recently, and I do it a lot. Here's 5 bucks. Here's 10 bucks. Here's 10. Okay, the other day I gave 5. I saw a lady with a ice cream cone in her hand. She was behind me. I was getting ready to drive off, so evidently they had already given her ice cream cone and she was going to pay. So I told them just go ahead and give her the 5 bucks. That way it reimbursed her with some extra, because they only cost like $1.50, $2, $2.30, something like that for an ice cream cone. Do what you can, and you're going to make somebody happy. I promise you, you're going to make someone smile. Pay it forward. If you can't do it with just shaving or wet shaving materials and apparatus, don't worry about it. There are other ways to pay it forward, just like the example I gave you. Okay? Thanks again. Get your shave on, guys. Peace.